Welcome to Mr. Benjamin's Math World. Today we are going to be working with clearing variables. We clear variables especially when we are going to solve equations, but it's very important to understand how we get a letter, how we leave a letter by itself. Let's see some exercises. Exercise number 1 says ax equals b, and I need to find the value of the letter x. How do I leave the x by itself? This is the process. Ax means a times x equals b. If you need to get the value of x, it means that you need to get rid of the elements that are surrounding the variable x. So the term that is next to the x is the a. So in order to leave the x by itself, I need to move the letter, the variable a, from the left to the right. How do we do that? Well, like I said at the beginning, ax means a times x. When you move a term from one side of the equal sign to the other side of the equal sign, the movement will be the opposite of the operation. Since the a is multiplying the x, when you move the a from the left to the right, the a, which is multiplying, goes the opposite of the multiplication, which is division. Therefore, in order to get the x by itself, this will be x equals, you keep the b where it is, very important, you keep this term exactly where it is, and now this a, which is multiplying, goes to the other side, dividing. Why dividing? Because division is the opposite of multiplication. We can prove this by using numeric values. And we say something like 2x equals 8. 2x means 2 times x. I need to get the value of x. So I need to move the number 2 from the left to the right. Since 2x means 2 times x, and I need to move the 2, which is dividing, goes, which is multiplying, goes dividing. So x will be 8 divided by 2, x equals 4. If you want to check if this is true, I replace the 4 where the x is, and 2 times 4 equals 8. This will be 2 times 4 equals 8. 8 equals 8, which is true. Number 1. Number 2. I need to get the value of x. In order to do that, first, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the x from the left to the right. Once I do that, I'll do a second movement. Let's see the first one. Since the x is dividing, the x is dividing, the a is dividing, so x goes the opposite of division, which is multiplication. So I will have a equals, because I haven't moved the a, it is right where it is. The x will be moved. A equals b, the x is dividing, goes multiplying, times x. So I have a equals bx. Now that I have a equals bx, and I need to get the value of x, what is next to the x, the b, which is multiplying the x, goes dividing to the other side. Again, why dividing? Because bx means b times x. The variable b is multiplying the x. When it's moved from the right to the left, it will be the opposite of the multiplication, which is division. So this will be a divided by b equals x. Number 3. X over a equals b. I need to get the value of x. I need to leave the x by itself. So the term that is that needs to be moved in order to leave the x by itself is the variable a. What operation is between the x and the a? Division. The a is dividing. So when I move the a from the left to the right, it will be the opposite of division, which is multiplication. So I will have x equals, keep the b where it is, the a is dividing, it goes multiplying to the other side, which is a. Result, a equals ba. Number 4, x plus a equals b. I need to get the value of x. What's next to x is the a, and the sign, the operation is addition. So when I'm moving the a, I need to move the a in order to leave the x by itself where it is. Since the a is adding, when it's moved to the other side, it will be the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. So this will be x equals, bring down the b, I leave it where it is, and then the plus a adding goes to the other side, but this time it goes with the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. Therefore, x equals b minus a. In the last one, the power is as x to the second equals b. The opposite of square to the second power will be radical, square root. So in order to get the x by itself, I need to get rid of the exponent. How do I do that? I replace the exponent for a radical on the other side. So this will be x equals, instead of x to the second, because I'm getting rid of the 2, x will be square root of b. Why did I say square? Because even though it's not written, there's a number 2 here, which is this exponent. How can I prove this? I'll give you a very quick example. If I say x to the second equals 25, in order to get the b, the x will be the square root of 25. Therefore, x equals square root of 25 is 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. So this is 5. How can I prove this? 5. If I put a 5 here, 5 to the second power is 5 times 5, which is 25. And these are the cases that will be used in order to solve equations. If this video was useful to you, please feel free to subscribe and activate the bell in order to receive further notifications. See you next time.